Florida having some more court controversy.
We do not believe that justice has been served in the decision by the state attorney.
As the woman who fired a bullet through her front door learns she won't be facing murder charges. Beautiful beaches are not all fun and sun.
The safest place to be when you come to the beach is near a lifeguard.
As one vacation hotspot is in the news for the wrong reasons. A time for vacation plagued by bad weather.
This is an issue that should never be a problem in our line of work, ever.
What you should expect for your 4th of July holiday. And how one Florida man is protecting his community from slimy invaders. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Tanya Jimenez.
I'm Paloma Pimentel. Today is Wednesday, June 28th, 2023.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Florida beaches are turning deadly with a former pro football player among the victims. Today, a community mourns former NFL quarterback Ryan Mallett as he joins the record number of drownings off of Florida beaches. Caplin News' Jared Parker reports.
Florida's Panhandle has been anything but a peaceful vacation spot for visitors this year. Panama City Beach has recorded 9 drowning deaths this month. Violent rip currents are frequent in the Panhandle this year. Now, local first responders are advising people to swim with lifeguards present.
With the influx of people and having a roving patrol, these things can happen. But we still have a guard that's trying to make contact with people, trying to advise them where the rips are.
Just yesterday afternoon in Destin, former NFL quarterback Ryan Mallett died from drowning. Officials say he wasn't breathing when rescued. The Gulf of Mexico is perceived to be calmer than its counterpart on the other side of Florida, the Atlantic. But officials say the most seasoned beach guests are the ones who need to watch out the most.
A lot of times the rescues are simply from the people that we've already warned. It's unfortunate, and our lifeguards are doing everything they can. They are very diligent. We work very hard.
Beachgoers are advised to swim parallel to the shore and call for help if they are caught in a rip current. For Caplin News, I'm Jared Parker.
Today, extreme weather is wreaking havoc across the U.S. with tens of millions of people having their 4th of July weekend in jeopardy. Caplin News reporter Vanessa Garcia has more on the story.
Extreme weather is spreading across the nation. The South and Central U.S. are expecting days of intense heat as the wave of the 4th of July week approaches, raising medical concerns. Several are at risk, not only to heat, but to intense storms that are causing trouble for travelers flying out. Various heat advisories and warnings were released on Tuesday that more than 55 million people are scorching in heat from southern Arizona east to the Florida Panhandle, with conditions in several regions considered to be excessive. 2 deaths have been confirmed in Texas related to heat, alarming new concerns.
An issue that should never be a problem in our line of work, ever.
A firefighter association in Houston is alarming concern about broken and inadequate air conditioning in some fire stations and ambulance. The city blames supply chain issues, but says money has been budgeted to replace aging equipment.
Not only is that dangerous for the men and women who are working, but it's dangerous to the patient.
Meanwhile, for many air travelers, overnight storms are the cause of weather issue delays. Severe weather is impacting services in several major hubs in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast.
It's saying that my flight was last seen near New York.
We had a delay today, so we were like we got our schedule thrown off track, but I mean, we're really excited just to go on.
Causing more trouble to the air traffic control staffing issues. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention warns that without temperatures cooling off at night, heat stress can build in the human body, causing increased health-related illnesses and even death. In the Control Room Center, Vanessa Garcia, Caplin News.
This morning near Tampa, Pinellas County officials look into a heavy gunfire in a residential area. On the night of June 15th, a Florida man saw someone walk outside of his property and in an alleged act of defense fired 30 rounds of his AR-15. The intruder in question, his pool cleaner, had failed to notify the couple of his arrival. Officials say he will not face charges due to the castle doctor-in-law.
A family grieves the loss of a Central Florida woman shot by her neighbor. They look for justice after the suspect was charged with manslaughter, not murder. More now from WESH 2 News reporter Tony Atkins.
I would say that the family like many people across America, thinks that there are double standards being applied.
Manslaughter, not murder. For weeks, A.J. Owens' family has pushed for Susan Lorenz's charges to be upgraded. Yesterday, they learned the state attorney wouldn't do that.
We are disappointed with our state's attorney. We're disappointed in our justice system. Certainly that gives us no confidence in the entire legal system.
Monday, with time running out to upgrade the charge, State Attorney Bill Gladson announced Lorenz will only face those initial charges, 1 count of manslaughter with a firearm and another count of assault for shooting A.J. Owens from behind a door on June 2nd. In a statement, he says in part he understands some people won't agree with the decision, but his obligation is to follow the law.
We do not believe that justice has been served in the decision by the state attorney.
The news deflating for Owens' family, who now focuses on getting a conviction.
We have a lot of regrouping to do as we figure out what it looks like to pursue justice now.
If Lorenz is convicted on the manslaughter charge, she'd face up to 30 years in prison.
A man in Southwest Florida on a mission to protect dogs and people from a potentially dangerous species of toad. They're called cane toads. And as Caplin Brian Lopez reports, the man has killed hundreds of them at his home in Naples.
A Naples man is on a mission to protect residents and pets from a potential harm in his community. Lee Smith said this all started when he and his wife went to bed one night and they couldn't sleep because of loud noises made outside their home. The sound came from cane toads, an invasive species that harms pets and people. Smith says he's killed hundreds of them over the years near his home in Naples. He says that in just 15 minutes, he'd catch up to 30 to 40 toads in his backyard.
And I thought, I'm just going to go out there and see if I can catch them. I thought, this is a good way to get rid of cane toads. Just get out and catch them.
Lee would walk along his pond looking for cane toads at least 4 times a week. And then he would execute them, but not because he wanted to. So how exactly does Smith kill these toads?
Use the refrigerator to first sort of numb them, and then they go to the freezer.
And then where do they go?
They go in the dumpster and to waste management.
According to Dave Feenan from the Human Society of Naples, cane toads are also very dangerous to our pets.
They emit a toxin when the dog bites it or licks it, and it's very dangerous.
Smith says he's happy, though, making sure he's protecting his community and their dogs. And his wife, Denise, feels the same way.
It's nice because I can sleep at night because I don't have to hear them.
Smith's hobby continues to grow. He says 2 years ago he caught about 700 cane toads, and last year he captured more than 1,000. Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Brian Lopez.
Are at it again as they put on a show for the Red Sox series opener. That's still ahead and slows the story.
Living with authenticity in order to hopefully inspire others to do the same.
How one man dropped out of a rat race to build his own paradise. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
Stem is precise, no margin for error. Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Chasing your dreams is easier than ever as one man shows he made his a reality. Meet Robert Breton, Hawaii's social media star who lives in the jungle.
Originally from Northern California, Robert Breton left the mainland to experience paradise on the island of Hawaii, where he bought a 1/4 acre of land in the middle of a forest and built a real-life treehouse on his own. Calling it his home, Breton's treehouse has solar panels and a large water tank where he has access to Wi-Fi, hot showers, and a refrigerator. He has become a social media sensation as he creates content centered on yoga, medication, and his daily lifestyle.
This is the legacy that I'm building, and living with authenticity in order to hopefully inspire others to do the same.
Breton hopes his videos will motivate other people to live off the grid and unite with nature.
The Miami Marlins are feeling hot today after winning their first away game since their 7-game home stretch against the Boston Red Sox. It was also the first game back for Marlins star player Jazz Chisholm Jr. after sustaining a right turf toe injury that left him absent for 38 games. Chisholm was also able to contribute 3 RBI. The final score was Marlins 10, Red Sox 1. The two teams will face off for their second game of the series today at 7:10 p.m. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I am Paloma Pimentel.
And I'm Tanya Jimenez. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.